Hello, in this video I will show you how you can use Golang migrate in order to execute some SQL scripts and do some SQL migration on your database when your application starts. So the first thing I will do is I will create a new folder. In the pkg folder, I will create a folder Postgres because for this presentation I will use a Postgres database. So here in this file, you can see that I need the PQ module. So in order to have it, I will update my Go modules. And I will add it in the vendors. Okay. And this file with all these functions will just be used in another file in order to connect to the database and apply the SQL migration scripts. All right. So then I will create a file migration here. All right. So the driver is what I have just previously created. So it's Go presentation. Okay. And here we have some import issues because I did not add in the Go modules the Golang migrate package yet. So I will add it. Remote ID. And I will update my vendors also. All right. So here we have a function which is the migration function. So what it does is it creates a PostgreSQL connection using the host, the port, user, password, the name of the database, etc., etc. And then it will look for my migration scripts. So here I will update it to Go presentation, database migration up. Okay. And then it will run the migration. So for this presentation, I only use the up function, which means that when the application will start, it will only execute migration scripts that are in the up folder. For this presentation, I will not show you how you can do rollbacks of previous SQL migration script that you have executed on your database. So here you go. This is done. So now what I will have to do also is I will have to use this migration function. So in order to do so, I will add some code in the main .go file. Here, just when the application starts, we will execute this function in order to execute the migration scripts on the database. Okay. And the last thing we have to do is, now that all the code is ready, we have to create a new folder. Here, I will create a folder here. So this is the folder database. And in this folder, I have two folders. The migration folder, where we will put all our migration scripts, the up migration scripts and the down too, and the scripts folder. So if I start with the scripts folder, you can see that there is an init script. And this is the script that will be used when my application starts locally in order to create the database user and the database I will use for this presentation. As you can see inside of it. So here I create a user demo admin, which is a super user with the same password as the username. All right. And then here I will create a database, Go presentation, which will be owned by the demo admin user. Okay. And in the migration scripts, so there are two folders, up and down. Golang migrate works with these two folders. Basically, in the up folder, you put everything you want to deploy on the database, to every script you want to execute on the database. And in the down folder, this you should have the same number of scripts, and they are there in order to make some rollbacks on what was executed. So in the up folder, you can see that there is only one script, which I called initial script. And inside of it, I do something very simple. I just create a table on my database. The table is demo with 2 columns, right? And in the down folder, there is exactly the same script, but with down in the name. And what it does, it just drops the table demo. Okay, so now that we have this, I will just add something in the make file so that when I run my Golang application locally, the migration scripts are executed also. In order to do so, I will just add a Docker Compose here. All right. So this Docker Compose will allow me to run in a Docker container a Postgres instance. And the Postgres password is my user password, demo admin. And this will be exposed on this port. Okay. And when the Docker container is running, this will also execute my init.sql script, so that inside this Docker container on the database will be created, and the user demo admin will be created also and will be the owner of this database. Okay. And then in the make file, here, I will just update the run command so that before my application is started, I want the Postgres database to be created, accessible before my application will run all the migration scripts. So this is why I add this command. So first, when I will execute the run command, it will make a Docker Compose up, so that in a Docker container, I will have a Postgres instance with a database and an owner and a user which is owner of the database on it. Then it will sleep about 3 seconds so that it gives time to the Docker Compose to finish. And then I will run my application, which will do first. My application will execute the migration scripts I have created here. All right, so let's test it.